So what's up, everybody? It's me, True Star Screamer. It's Halloween. You know I had to get something creepy for you guys. Most because I can't find anything good in NECA right now, because damn it, they haven't released that Christopher Lee. But instead, we have my very first 4 Horsemen figure from their Figure Obscura line, Frankenstein's Creature. And I've been really hyped about this. I've heard very good things from my co-people from the Figure Action podcast who own it. Which, by the way, hope you guys are subbing. And speaking of subbing, don't forget, we are on the path to 1,000. And when we get to 1,000, we do have a giveaway. And if you want to be on the vanguard of that giveaway, hint, hint, subtle hint for the prize, sub up. And tell your friends, because the sooner we get to 1,000, the sooner we do that giveaway. But I digress. We're here looking at Frankenstein's Creature. This has got some really cool packaging, I have to say. You got the whole write-up here, going through the different synopsis of the entire story. Fun fact, Frankenstein, or The Modern Prometheus by Mary Shelley, is considered the first science fiction novel. So yes, essentially science fiction was created by a woman. Gene Roddenberry would be proud. But this is absolutely neat. There's a little window up top here to let light in. But I think one of my favorite things is the actual front of the packaging is magnetic. So this whole thing is a backdrop, which is absolutely awesome. But then the box itself, oh my gosh, this looks glorious. Look at all these accessories it comes with. I mean, this thing was about 80 bucks, and I am absolutely thrilled. So let's get this guy out of the package. I've been told that you want to heat one of these guys up as soon as you get him out, especially now it's getting a little cooler here in the south. Well, cool for here at least. I will hit this guy with a hairdryer, and we're going to take a look at Frankenstein's Creature. I told myself I wasn't going to, but as soon as I started messing with this guy, I had to break out the castle diorama. I usually save this for the NECA figures and all, but, yeah, and there is literally a ton to unpack with this guy. It's funny, I want to talk about this real quick. It's a little brochure comes with it. It has some, the background of the book with Mary Shelley, and excerpts from the actual story about it. This is cool, except, I mean, it tells you the story, the sample of the writing and all. I highly recommend reading the book, by the way. It's not a super long one. It's a good read, but there's no instructions. It's the funniest thing. You get all this stuff, but no actual instructions. So some things I kind of had to improvise a little. I mean, yeah, some things are kind of self-explanatory. I still have no idea what the hell these things are. I got 3 of them. I don't know if they're supposed to go on the platform here or what. I know I've got some belts here to tie down the monster when he's getting, brought to life. I didn't put those on yet, but I mean, you get a lot of stuff. And the way, of course, 4 Horsemen works, if you have stuff, you can actually use some of this stuff with other stuff. It's kind of neat. Again, so many accessories here. We've got the, mini dynamo here. I mentioned before, I don't know if these are gas lanterns or not. This is the actual power generator. No, this does not crank, and there's a little wire here. I think I can thread this to attach to this. I guess if I look up some pictures of it, maybe. I love the cuffs, by the way. This is real metal on the chain itself. You got a pair of leg cuffs, a pair of ankle cuffs, and they're beautifully painted. I mean, I will say this, a lot of what we have here is incredibly beautifully painted. I'm assuming this is what's supposed to go in here. A skull in a display case. We also get a skeleton hand in a display case. Yeah. One thing, a little criticism, I think a lost opportunity, is they could have actually put a hole in the bottom of this. It looks like there's an indenture for it to actually plug the hand in to make it look like it stands a little better. We also get an emaciated corpse head. I love the whited out eyes on this, and yes, I did put this head on him, so it does work on there. So it looks pretty goofy. I love it. Should try to get some photos for this guy. This guy is very, very photogenic on here, so we'll probably have photos on this. Probably one of the reasons why this review is going to take so long. Just because I knocked him over. Books. The books. Oh my gosh, these are gorgeous, these tomes. I would hope to use these for other things. There's a peg in these. I wonder if... no, there's no peg hand. There's no peg hole per se in the hands. Maybe it makes it easier for the thumb to hold. I'll see about that. But the bindings look absolutely gorgeous. I love the buckles on them. The pages are textured, so this is really well done. Again, this is my first experience with 4 Horsemen figures at all, so forgive my ignorance if you're like, oh, well, that's for that, and that's for that. Sorry guys, I don't know these things. Let's talk about the big guy himself. And we'll talk about these, again, we got more accessories to talk about, but they're part of him. And this is where the painting is absolutely beautiful. I mean, you can make out every stitch. The jacket itself, you can see like the torn fur on this. It's tattered, and there's definitely some love put into this. The boots here, I gotta talk about this. I actually have some Kiki in this right now. This boot was very loose. I mean, as I say, I would rather things be tight than loose, and this is definitely on the looser side, so it's made them trickier to stand. Soft goods on the pants, again nice and tattered on here. Again, love the stitchings on the chest. The face sculpt is this gaunt look to it. I absolutely love it. Jacket comes off pretty easy. Just gotta pull these back, and it's like taking the jacket off of off Nick Fury. If you know, you know. But all you gotta do is pull this stuff back, and we're good to go. Because I want to show you some. The back is very well defined. Now, when I know my buddy Mike got his, he thought his was cracked. Every figure has this scar in it, so it is not damage to it. It is done intentionally. And then we can kind of show off the main sculpt here. Articulation is literally nothing to write home about. It is rudimentary, and it's probably one of the main reasons I haven't really bought any 4 Horsemen figures. Neck's on a ball joint, and it's got a disc hinge, which is great, so I can look up, I can look down, and I miss my Marvel Legends having that. No butterfly joint, so just basic shoulder joint, single jointed elbow, which gets just to 90 degrees, and you get an in and out hinge on the wrist. Single jointed knees, and you get your basic ankle pivot, and like I mentioned before, mine's really loose. I can't get the pants off. I know that doesn't sound right, but I don't think there is a thigh swivel up here, it feels like, or at least a ball joint in there. No. Oh, and there's a boot swivel. There is a boot swivel in the leg. Like I said, I tried to, when I was heating them up earlier, I tried taking the pants off. What's under there is nothing you want to see. It's all exposed joints. I kid you not. Not even like a diaper thing. So, as mentioned before, with the loose ankle, he is a little trickier to stand. Plus, it doesn't help on my styrofoam here. So he is a little bit of a challenge. But he looks absolutely gorgeous. Well, hideously gorgeous. So he is Frankenstein, so he does get some extra body parts. I've been waiting to use that one. I like the bare feet. So these just plug and play, just like wrist swivel. I think that is a very awesome thing. So you can have him barefoot. And then we have 2 hairless sculpts. One kind of indifferent looking on here, and then a more raged face to it. If you've never seen the Hammer Frankenstein movies, by the way, this kind of reminds me of Christopher Lee as the creature. I know it's not really like him, but it kind of reminds me of him. We also get 2 additional hands. I'm actually having him with one, so he's got 2 holding hands for either hand, and then we've got gesturing hands for the other. So go ahead. And then finally we get a bandage for the neck. I did try putting this on there. It is definitely tricky getting this on and then putting a head on there. So just keep that in mind. I tried putting one of these shaved head ones on there. I did not try putting with the hair. I advise against that personally. So here I've got him with the shroud on. I put the chains on them. I really like how those look on, by the way. So, yeah. Quick edit point reel here. I was showing some photos I had taken where I, of course, am talking about this little neck wrap thing, and Matt from Figure Action points out to me, hey, that's an interesting use of the waist wrap. I'm like, waist wrap? And yeah, so got the pants off. Just want to take this ring off here. You do want to hit it with a hairdryer. But, first of all, hey look, I was right about the thigh swivel. But yeah, this is supposed to be a... That does not go in easy. I'll probably have to heat that up again later. But yeah, this is supposed to be a waist wrap, and that makes a lot more sense now that I'm looking at it like that. So, please don't flame me in the comments, but I am more than willing to admit that I'm wrong. And god damn, I was wrong, and I should either A, learn to look at promo photos better, and B, I do really wish they put instructions with this thing, because that would have saved me some embarrassment. Okay, back to the review. And man, I gotta say, this ankle was loose too. So it's like both my left-facing figures have loose ankles, and that kind of bugs me. I just gotta say, especially for what you pay for these guys, because this guy's about $80. Now you get a lot of accessories for it. Again, you get a lot of accessories. But this is my first foray into with these figures, so I was just, I guess you could say, wanting more. I had to show him with his head. It looks damn good. Even if that's like a cool ghoul. I'm sorry, that's a very cool ghoul, even especially with the chains. It's just, there is some personality with that. Yeah, those chains are never coming off. Quick size comparison, just because there he is next to your standard 6-inch figure, so he's definitely a big boy. But we all know there's only one figure you really can compare this guy with, because sometimes you just need to have a creature to go against another creature. And this is actually what I've been really looking forward to here. There's definitely going to be some photography options here, because this is 2 very different directions here, 2 very different scales, approaches, eras, conceptions on there. So one, this is concept versus, reimagination of it all. I like them both, so let's just say that. I can't say one's better than the other. Everyone's totally different, but I'll let you guys make your own decision on what you find the definitive Frankenstein's creature. Okay, never mind. We all know which one it is, and they just haven't given us a figure, and that's Peter Boyle. I know. Agree with me in the comments. Agree with me, I tell you. So I don't know what I was expecting when I bought this. Everyone says that with Mythic Legions or for Horsemen figures that you gotta hold one to truly appreciate it. And so I have now held one. I did not all of a sudden feel, the lights dimmed and a single beam came down upon me, and I heard the angels sing, saying, David, this is the direction all your action figures should be going. Though I have had some people say that that's kind of their experience with it. I mean, there is a whole Legions Con coming up, which is kind of centered around this. There is a whole subculture. There's the Cabal. I'm not part of it or anything because I'm not into this. I'm going to say this is not all of a sudden making me wanting to clear room on a shelf to get stuff in. It's definitely a neat showpiece. 100%. And with all the stuff you have on here, you could easily just fill a single Daytol section with just this stuff. I definitely think you're getting your money's worth from it. Do I feel... I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm not sure if I'm satisfied with it, if that makes sense. And that's just because if you've watched this channel, you've seen the types of figures I review. I usually prefer, frankly, a lot more articulation. I am definitely a person who is, while I appreciate sculpt, you know, I've done Revoltech figures where that is articulation over sculpt. I like being able to, but at the same time, I can get him to do just enough. It's going to sound weird, but this damn ankle is bothering me more than anything else because of how loose it is. And because of how limited he is, it's like what little joints I have, I want to be able to have him, I want to be able to use all of them effectively. And man, I miss an ab crunch. I think that a ball socket, an ab crunch would have just done so much miracles for this. But again, this is the whole shtick for the 4 Horsemen figures of gorgeous sculpts. Find it, pose it, leave it. And it's more stable than a McFarlane figure, don't get me wrong, which they seem to follow, you know, they follow a very similar philosophy. Did I mention I love this jacket? But still. So, how can I put, if you are a die-hard horror fan, die-hard science fiction fan, you love the concept of the original Mary Shelley Frankenstein, get it. You're probably, if you're already a 4 Horsemen collector, you already have this. I would not say go crazy on aftermarket prices for it. I would not say don't be crying for it because 4 Horsemen is known to release like a retail variant for this, you know, in the next couple months. So this will be rearing his beautiful head again. God, look at those lips. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I can't be knocking on this because, again, that sculpt is so great. It's just, I want him to move more. That's about it. I can forgive NECA for not moving because the characters they pick aren't, most of the time, looking at you, Assassin's Creed figures, most of the time they're not the most athletic things. But I kind of want this guy to lumber more, to be more animalistic, and that ab crunch would absolutely help with that. So, but let me know your thoughts down below. Did you already pick this lovely fellow up? Are you wishing you did? Did you sub up so you could get onto my Vanguard giveaway? You know, these are the important questions we're asking here. But, as always, we got cool stuff coming in. I'm looking at a whole bunch of stuff that showed up from Big Bad Toy Store and Amazon. So we've got more things for you new viewers on here. More things for you return viewers out there. But as always, most importantly, as always, until next time, take care. Peace.